Hi and welcome. I'm CAnDo and I am the person behind CAnDo Heart and Mind. And I got into coaching because of the problems that I'd had myself. Now, I grew up partly in Sweden, partly in the United States, then back to Sweden, and then we moved here to the United Kingdom. And partly because of the moves and sort of having to start over several times, and partly because of some other problems, some bullying and various other things, I spent an awful lot of time feeling very much like I didn't belong, like I didn't really understand how life really worked, how to make friends, and how to figure out how I could belong to something. And it took me a long, long time to figure out what to do about that. I spent almost 2 decades in a fairly deep depression. I felt alone. I felt lost. I felt like I couldn't really figure out where I was going, how I was going to get out of it. And I didn't even really know what it was I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. I woke up many, many mornings, and sometimes in the afternoons, just not motivated to do anything much at all because I had no dreams that were mine. The dreams that I had were based on what I thought that society sort of led me to believe I should want, not what I really wanted in my life. And so I struggled through. I had a job and I managed to maintain it, although it was by the skin of my teeth sometimes because I was really, really unhappy and I didn't know how to get out of that. Now, I was quite motivated. I really wanted to. So I went to counselors, I went to therapists, I went to my GP and got put on antidepressants. And boy, did we try an awful lot of antidepressants because none of them really worked. But I never got to the bottom of what was really going on. And I couldn't figure out what it was that was missing. And it wasn't until I came across a group, a couple, Richard Wilkins and Liz Ivory, who developed a course called Broadband Consciousness. And that was suddenly when they helped me figure out who I really am and what I really wanted out of life. And so I've gone from having a job where, I was employed. I did enjoy the job a lot of the time, but I was struggling with repetitive strain issues and it wasn't really where I wanted to be in my life. So I've gone from that and not really having many friends, not really knowing how to make friends, not really doing very much after work, to now I live on a beautiful horse farm in North Nottinghamshire. I've got loads of really, really awesome friends who are there for me as much as I am for them. And not only do I run a livery yard, so I keep other people's horses on my property, but I have the massive, massive privilege of helping other people to find their real selves as well and find out how they can get to where they really want to be after finding out who that is. Because if you don't know who you are and what you really want out of life, then how can you find it? So that's a little bit, very quick potted history of my life. And I really hope that I'll be able to work with you and introduce you to some of the concepts that have really helped me. I hope to see you soon.